Well, gentlemen, I'm drunk, and I feel this is about the only time I can really tell this story. So here it goes. In Afghanistan, Marine Squad leader, on an extended patrol, basically sit out there and watch the surrounding desert. Occasionally catch a few guys in placing IEDs. About 0-30, checking up on my guys to make sure they aren't falling asleep, stroke need anything. Get to my last Vic. Guy in the turret says he's watching a group of about 5 guys walk into a compound in the distance on thermals. Grab thermals, get talked onto them, and that's when it gets weird. Technically, they were colder than the surrounding environment. Weird. Keep eyes on since nothing else to do. Entire time they are still heading to this compound in the distance. Get there. They spend about 5 minutes milling around outside. Looks like they go to the front gate a few times, but hard to see. Don't know how, but they got the gate open, then sprint right inside. Hear distant gunshots. Call it in. COC says check it out. Could be Taliban f***ing up the locals. Get everyone up and ready. Blackout conditions. And move to the compound. Rolling up on the compound. About 500 meters away. See a kid book it out of the compound. Run straight out. Happens to be towards us. I say f*** it. Flip on the lights. He sees our lights. Heads right for us. Even faster than he did before. Gets to us. Starts screaming at us. And our terp is flipping shit. Just as he got to us, 8 dudes come out from the compound and start sprinting towards us as well. Still 300 meters away. So we pop a star cluster at them and get them to halt. Still running. 200 meters away. Pop another. Kid is still babbling. Terp is screaming to shoot. Get on radio. Keep COC updated. They hit 100 meters. Pen flare goes off. 50 meters. COC says it's my call. They are now in range of our headlights. All of them are covered in blood. I give it the go-ahead. Too close to effectively use our 50s and marks. So thank fuck my turret gun has grabbed their saws instead. Whole squad are dismounted by then. Doc was checking the kid. 8 dudes getting lit up by 3 saws, and the rest of the squad mag dumping with their rifles. Needless to say, it didn't take long since we were Marines, and we generally don't miss. Check the bodies, all unarmed but drenched in blood. More than could be accounted for with our 5-second one-sided firefight. Call it in. Had to check out the compound. Set up a cordon. I take the dismounts and Terp up to the compound. Terp is screaming just to level the place with an airstrike. F***ing Terps. Always saying we should use way more than we should. Sometimes they're right. At the gate, not forced open, but there was body parts right on the inside. Looked like one person got ripped apart. Real nasty. Worse than when I saw a chick ripped in half from a mortar. Guns up, clearing the rest of the compound. Everyone inside either has their guts ripped out, arms ripped off, necks torn out, or otherwise dismembered and dead. Call in what we found. COC tells me to stand by. Smoke a couple of cigarettes. Terp is asking when the airstrike is coming in. COC finally gets back and tells me that a special human exploitation team is coming out to assist. What? We've got a kid who is basically in shock, and a whole bunch of dead bodies. Whatever. They want us to wait, we'll wait. COC also says not to go into the compound. Could be rigged with IEDs. Thanks for the timely intel, guys. We wait for about 45 minutes when I get a call from a helo asking us to mark an LZ for them. Alright. Don't know why they couldn't just drive out here. Hope we don't have to drive them back to whatever FOB they came from after they're done. Helo shows up, lands, drops off 3 dudes, and takes off. Hello, Corporal Anon. I'm Major so-and-so. Hear you had something interesting from my team. Give him a rundown of events leading up to the shoot order. Did you go inside? Yes, sir, we did. We conducted a full search of the compound. Found nothing. He gets quiet. Goes over to the bodies. Uses a blue light on his flashlight to check out the bodies. Blue light makes it easier to see fluids, like blood and oil at night. He calls his 2 guys over, says a few words, and they drop their packs and start changing into MOPP gear. Think rubber suits, rubber boots, rubber gloves, and gas masks, if you don't know. Tells me just to wait. More waiting. They go inside, spend 5 minutes, and then about 5 to 8 gunshots, real quick. Probably different people shooting simultaneously. Oh. Without thinking, I grab a couple of my guys and book it into the compound again, calling out for the major. Oh. If we miss a spider hole or something and got them killed, we are I'm the first one in through the gate, and just as I got through, one of the guys steps in front of me and says, "Everything is fine, they just had a negligent discharge." He also says they found an IED manufacturing room, and that we should leave since it isn't safe, and they are doing the same. What? Who the f just accidentally shoots off 8 rounds? And we sure as shit didn't miss something as big or important as IED components. They finish up. Hilo comes back and picks them up. We head back to base. Get redirected to a larger FOB halfway there. No explanation. Just told to go and link up with a captain. Already exhausted. We get there at like 0800. As soon as we called in for permission to enter friendly lines, we get told to wait. Again. 30 minutes of sitting in front of this gate. Waiting. Finally, we get waved through, and we are immediately directed to a staging area right on the inside of the wire. Guys are standing in MOPP suits, get told to dismount and shed all our gear. Apparently the major found evidence of possible chemical weapons in the IED factory, so we need to be scrubbed for exposure. We get shuffled off to some makeshift showers, where we strip down, hand off all our gear to dudes in MOPP suits. They clean it, while we get ourselves a nice freezing cold bleach shower in what amounts to basically a few tarps hung up for semblance of privacy from the rest of the FOB. After it's all said and done, they had given every last bit of our gear and ourselves a full scrub. We got different vehicles, since it would take them longer to do those, plus replacing the crew systems and other electronics in them. A few weeks later, we got sent on some convoy up to a major FOB. Get told whole squad has to go to medical to check for any adverse reactions from the exposure from that night. Get our blood drawn. Then nothing. Went on a patrol near where that compound was later. Nothing left but a crater. All the locals stayed away from it too. And that, my friends, is my story. I can elaborate on why I think it was not on the level due to minor details. You don't use bleach to clean up chemical weapons. That's for biological stuff only, etc. But there it is, mostly uncut from my perspective at the time. Drunk Marine then answers Anon's questions. Anon, why did more come out that went in though? Were they the same people with a few extras they turned into zombies? And then why did they run at your squad? Drunk Marine, I'm guessing they got turned. As for running at our squad, we had turned on our headlights in the middle of the night. I'm not sure if you've ever been out in the middle of the desert before, but bright-ass lights from only a few hundred meters away is hard to miss. Anon, so I mean, they were zombies, right? Great story, by the way. Cat click and update. Drunk Marine. Normal people don't rip other people apart in the middle of the night. Not by hand, anyway. Nah, they look mostly like people, but it was dark. Lots of blood everywhere, and after they got shot up, kinda hard to see details. Couple of rounds of 5.56 to the face at less than 50 meters will do that. And they also ran about as fast as a normal person, but what they did to the people in the compound means they were strong as Anon. Great thread, OP. So you're thinking vampire or zombies? From the way you were describing the scrub, they were afraid of you catching whatever those guys had. But as another Anon mentioned, have you ever heard anything like this before happening out there? I mean, that's pretty f***ed up. Drunk Marine. No, we searched the place. Only dead bodies in there, and we tossed damn near everything to see if they were hiding spots or caches. No one was alive, so they wouldn't mind if we ransacked the place trying to search in a hurry. It was a mess anyway, what with the blood everywhere. Well, I'm sober now and realise I forgot to add what the terp said after we got back. His English wasn't great. Terps are really great at their jobs. Most of the time they just translate the gist of what the person is saying. But basically he said it translated to something like night walkers, or the ones who knock at night. Something like that. It's been a few years and I don't remember his exact phrasing. He did say that he always thought it was just a story his parents told him, so as not to open the door at night when everyone else is sleeping. And there, the thread winds down on that eerie note. Our drunk Marine Anon wraps up his tale of nightwalkers lurking in the Afghan desert, leaving us to wonder if it was a bioweapon gone wrong, ancient folklore come to life, or just the fog of war playing tricks. What do you think really happened out there? Drop your theories in the comment, subscribe for more 4chan deep dives, and remember, sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that might actually be true. Sweet dreams, and don't answer your door at night.